Many Roman vessels have a spout. It may have been made by one of two ways. We'll see both. These vessels may have been made for feeding infants. The vessel body has been blown, the long neck formed. A substantial amount of glass is gathered on the end of a metal rod. It's delivered to a site on the side, cast free of its gathering rod, and air is blown into the blowpipe to inflate the glass. The wall has been re-softened by the added hot glass. Bursts of spin, giving it centrifugal force or centripetal acceleration, are used to elongate the gather. More air is blown in, and with the pincers, the spout is given its final shape. When the spout has cooled to a temperature of about 1,000 degrees, cool enough for the glass to be perfectly stiff, a drop of water is placed where the rim is desired. And the end is tapped. This breaks off the excess glass. The attachment between the spout and the vessel is clean. The other method is done with the vessel on the punty. And here a large gather of glass is touched, it re-softens the wall, and the glass is pulled outward. It's held down and spun, and gravity and centripetal force elongate the gather. A void has been created because of the softening of the wall. The spout is given its final shape, and when it's about 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, the cold pincers and a tap break the excess glass off. In this method, there's a much thicker attachment area between the vessel and the spout. The blowing method leaves a cleaner effect. It's difficult to say which method the Romans used.